Hello everyone, this is Mirvat and today I'm going to show you how I sublimate a tote bag. The bag I'm using is from Michaels, but you can use any different brand. Before pressing the tote bag, make sure to remove all the plastic pieces that are attached to the tote bag, because these pieces can melt under the heat press and damage the blank or the heat press itself. Here I'm double checking that I removed all of them. The second step is to lint roll the tote bag. For sublimation, we have to preheat the garment for 15 seconds minimum. My heat press is smaller than my blank, so I'm going to do it here in sections. To find the center, I fold the tote bag in half. The easiest way to find the center is to fold the handles together. Once you find the center, I press it for 5 seconds. Here I'm putting a heat press inside the tote bag, but you can skip this step. I won't be adding the butcher paper here. I like to add it after putting the design. Here is my design, and please remember, Sanrio characters are for personal use only. This time I use Design Space to print my design, but you can also use Inkspace to print your designs. Cut as close as you can to your design and trim all the extra pieces. Every time you use Design Space to print your designs, you will get some black corners around your design. Don't forget to trim these too. As you can see here, I have some, so I'm going to trim them. Here is the rest of my design. Again, I have to trim the black corners too. Here also, to find the center of my design, I fold my design in half and I make 2 small creases at the top and the bottom. Now, if you can see here, I have a small mark beside the eye. To prevent it from transferring to my tote bag, I'm going to cover it with a small piece of heat-resistant tape. Now I'm going to align the center of my design with the center of my tote bag. Take your time here and don't rush this step, because we barely can see the design through the paper. I will do the same steps with my second piece of my design. I'm going to secure the sublimation papers with heat-resistant tape. Make sure here that the sublimation paper is lying perfectly on your bag. I always double check and use measuring tape to make sure that my design was lined up perfectly. Here is my second piece of design. I found its center, and now I'm going to center it with the first piece. As you can see here, my two papers are overlapping, so make sure that the design is touching your tote bag directly. Once you are happy with your design placement, you can now secure it with more heat-resistant tape. I always like to check one more time the placement of my design before I press it. Now my tote bag is ready to be pressed. Here I'm going to add the butcher paper to protect my heat press mat, and make sure it's bigger than the design and under the design directly. And here also I'm going to cover my design with butcher paper to protect my heat press. Make sure the heat press is covering your whole design. As you can see here, I preheated my press up to 385 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to press for 60 seconds, applying a firm pressure. Before pressing, please remember to put a mask and open a window or use a fan, because we should not inhale the fumes that are coming out during sublimation. After pressing, make sure that you pressed all your design, but if your design is bigger than your heat press, you can press it in sections. Wait 5 to 10 seconds before start removing the papers. While removing the sublimation papers, try to be quick and try to remove it at once. Now, the last step, which is optional but I like to do it, is to lint roll your tote bag, just in case there are some loose particles from the sublimation inks. As you can see here, the black mark that it was on the design, it didn't transfer to the tote bag because we added the heat resistant tape. Now I'm going to remove the butcher paper and the heat press, and that's it. This is how it turned out. I hope you like it, and let me know what do you think. That's it for today's video. I hope you like it, and if you have any questions, please write them for me in the comments below, and I'm going to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.